Hi folks, welcome to Module 9. Here in Module 9, we're going to continue our discussion of the Civil War. In our last unit, we saw the factors that led to secession and the early phase of the war. In this module, we're going to talk about how the war evolves from 1862 onward, particularly regarding slavery, the treatment of civilian population, as well as the Union's overall approach to the war. We'll wrap up with the consideration of why the Union won and why the Confederacy lost. I want to point out that we won't actually spend a great deal of time in this module covering the Atlanta campaign because you guys are working on aspects of that for your projects and you're essentially going to be presenting that story to each other with your story maps. Some things that we're going to be focusing on in this module. First, what motivated these soldiers to fight? Why were they willing to go out and risk their lives battle after battle, year after year, especially having seen how destructive these battles were? Why were they willing to keep doing it? Second, how does the nature of the war evolve after 1862 in terms of strategy for both sides, objectives for both sides? We'll see that the Union particularly goes through a significant alteration in its war aims. Instead of it just being a war to preserve the Union, it becomes a war about whether slavery will survive or not, and that has important implications. Third, what effect does emancipation have on the war? We'll see that in the North, it actually generates something of a crisis of morale. How and why does Grant taking command in late 1863 mark a turning point? Certainly for the Union, we'll see that Grant prosecutes the war very differently than previous commanders had. And then finally, why did the South lose? Or another way of thinking about the question, why did the Union win? Your module quiz for this unit will be due by 11:59 p.m. on Friday.